Man, as good as those vids were, it was almost too dark tonight. Maybe it was sleep deprivation messing with me, but all of it was as bad as it gets. FR man, those were hard to watch. W stream, by the way, had a blast.
Alright, I am here.
Same, always do with nightmare fuel, but gotta find a balance, or maybe just get better sleep beforehand. Laughing.
Always do with nightmare fuel, but gotta find a balance, or maybe just get better sleep beforehand. Yeah. I think maybe a little bit less. Like when you're binging like all of it at once, I think that's what makes it iffy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe space it out more.
Yeah. Anyways, as per requested by Kindo, the Doe of Kin, I'm doing a Mega Man X playthrough today. But we're not just going to be doing a playthrough. We're going to be doing 100% and Hadouken. We're going to get the Hadouken. I'll tell you what, I'll have some free Wendy's on the way. Can't wait to obliterate that after all those red. Yeah, dude, let's go. What are you going to get? What are you going to get? Oh, I forgot. Oh, man, this controller has the busted R1. This is going to be heck.
One get one free gaming.
I might put the dash to L1. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. If it gets that bad, I'll just switch to my other controller. Small double stack, biggie bags, buy one get one free, gaming, nice. Man, dude, do you see how fast it knocks you out of the main menu? You stand in the menu for like 3 seconds. It's like, well, I guess he doesn't want to play, so we're going to start the intro again. Anyways. If this R1 becomes an issue, I'll just switch to my other controller. It needs to charge at least for a few minutes, though. Probably gonna get hit. Yeah. Luckily, this level, or this game in general, really just showers you with healing items. It's not that big of a deal. Kind of off topic, but I mean, quite a while ago now, they made a short called DOCvember, which basically tells you the events of this game, like right before it starts. Like this game, you just kind of get like thrown in the middle of it. But if you watch DOCvember or whatever, gives you a lot of context. Fits in insanely well, actually. It's actually good to take a little bit of damage before I'm fighting the Boba Fett looking dude. What's his name again? I forget his name. Because, like, there's no way... Oh, we're gonna die! Dude, do you see the sneaking sniper-roonies? Ken eating too much noodles to attend, apparently, but watch now that I mentioned it, he'll show up for real. I'm sure he'll be here. He's been asking me. He asked me it a few times, actually. Like, if I'm gonna plan to do, like, an X playthrough this month and all that. So... And I told him I was gonna do it today, so good chance he'll show up. Also, we had like a morbid start because I really need that extra min for Boomer Quanger. Because I like to have, because Boomer Quanger more often than not will take 1 or 2 tries. Because I do Boomer Quanger very early in the game, so I really needed that min. Well, you see, there are 2 different sides of Capcom. It's like a coin. There's Capcom and then there's Crapcom. That was a Capcom moment right there. I'm not gonna get sniped this time. Oh, I don't want that. Too late. Vile. For some reason, I couldn't remember this guy's name. Have you ever played Little Nightmares, Stamp? I played that yesterday. It was a really short game. It took me like under 3 hours to beat it, and I got stuck in like several sections as well. But it was a pretty cool game.
People have recommended it for years,
but not actually. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's like life-changing or anything. But if you ever seen or like games like Inside, Limbo, or Daylight, it's not Daylight Dread, Deadlight. Not a voice crack. You'll probably like it. It was a pretty cool game. Funny enough, my favorite part of the game was like the final section, and that was like the shortest part of the game, sadly. I wish that's one of my only wants for it, is that the final section, which was the best section in my opinion, was a little bit longer. And like some of the physics just felt kind of off. Like there were some weird like platforming things you had to do, and like the momentum felt really, really off at times. Like you had to run for a little bit longer than you should have to gain full speed, and if you don't gain full speed, and if you like jump, you will not gain full speed until you like stop, and then just like start over again, like trying to run and hit full speed. I don't know why they made it like that. The best part is when it ended. Well, that's a good review for the game, isn't it? I liked it when the game ended. Also, these old Mega Man games, let me see if I can demonstrate it real quick. They have this weird glitch that, like, if you're walking off of like a little ledge here, you'll get like you'll jump higher. See this? Hey, look at that. See that? See that? You can actually exploit that in X2, I believe, to get one of the upgrades, like, really early. It's kind of weird. I turned it off after I beat it. Crapcom at it again. Hey, but actually, you can do some cool stuff with it. You can do some cool stuff with it. I need to do an X2 playthrough as well. Maybe not this month, because I mostly want to reserve this month for like first plays, which I still have a decently large catalog I want to get to this month of like first time streams / first time playing games. Like I recently got the Sonic Origins collection. Well, not recently, it was a while ago now. But I've never streamed any of those Sonic games. I would love to stream them. Alright, let's see if this R1 becomes an issue. For a little bit of context, my R1 is like sunk in, and if you even like slightly touch it, it'll like press it. So a few accidental dashes when I don't need them to happen could get me killed. I'll take the hit. We should be fine. I shouldn't have got impatient there. We should be fine though. Nice. Okay, he's doing everything I could have ever asked him to do right now. That's good. I like to have a few men for Boomer. I feel like a lot of people after Chill Penguin, they'll do Spark Mandrill. I don't recommend that. Because if you do that, you'll have to backtrack again to like Mandrill anyways. I like to do I like to do Boomer next. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. My apologies. Where were we? Oh yes, Boomer. Try to sneak up here. Oh. Probably going to need to take out this turtle guy and hopefully get a healing now. Yeah, for sure. Okay. This part, I just tank. Oh, I wish I picked up that healing somehow. Alright. Now, as long as we don't do anything silly Billy, we should be able to make it to Boomer without dying. Oh. Now, I'm pretty sure it's technically possible to get this heart by doing this, like, if you do it perfectly. I, however, have never been able to do it. What I personally always do... Oh, goodness. What I personally always do is that after Boomer, I use Boomer's ability to get it. Aw, man, the sideways? Oh, no. Let me up there. Let me get the Boomer. Let me get the Boomer. Alright, this is why I usually like to have at least one or two men for Boomer. So I usually make it there on low health. Okay, not cooperating at all. Ooh. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. Can be helpful later on when we're finalizing getting the Hadouken. So I will in fact take that. Oh, I already saved, didn't I? Yeah, I guess it's too late. I don't know if that's going to mess up my X3 save or not. I was doing a... I had X3 save. I don't know if saving in another X game is going to mess that up or not. Alright, sorry. We're going to go back to Boomer. Where we'll get our first heart. Almost there. Alright. There we go. That's just how I normally do it. You can play any number of ways, but that's what I always do. Okay, we're going to go up here. Once you get this upgrade right here, everything just starts to work. I messed up really bad. There. If you can't tell, I know this guy got pretty nutty health. But it's more than worth it. The rest of this level is pretty straightforward for now. We are going to have to backtrack way later though. That boss is so easy with the weakness. Funny thing is, that's one of the harder bosses in the game if you don't have its weakness. I remember really struggling with that one on my first play. Don't want my commentary to be too identical to the other times when I stream this game, but This is like one of the 2 levels in the game that I like to call like development levels or whatever, something along the. I did not dash there. That was my R1 locking up. Anyways, like development levels or whatever I would call them. You're going to get 3 upgrades here. This is where you're going to start making like a lot of progress really fast in the game. Those first like 3 robot masters, you're not really getting many like upgrades and stuff. But this is the first level where like you're just going to start making a lot of progress really fast. And now that you have the like defense upgrade, you can just start tanking, honestly. And the more hearts you get, it's going to only get easier to tank. Okay, we already got our first heart here. Well, our heart here. There's never more than 1 heart in a level. But the second upgrade is going to be right up here. Yeah, it's parts like this where if my R1 presses itself, well, I mean, it doesn't press itself. It's just super easy to accidentally press it if you're barely even touching it. This is the type of parts I would get as skilled. Don't want that, because I need them in for the armadillo level. For when I'm getting the Hadouken, to make it a little bit quicker. Assuming we have enough E-tank water. So in this one level, we got a heart, an E-tank, and a suit upgrade. Now we just need to do the boss. I need to get to streaming, probably not this month. I might do one more this month, but I need to get to streaming a lot more of the, not obscure, that's not the right word to use, but like the lesser played X games. Like X5 would be a good example. X5's a really good game. Like, I like X6, and I really like X7. But, like, I can understand the criticism for, like, X6 and 7. Well, I can barely understand 7's criticism, honestly. I mean, I understand it, but I just disagree with it. Not going on that side tangent. I made, like, a half-an-hour video about it. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah! X5. Like, X5's a really good game. But yeah, I'm pretty much right after the first, like, development level. It's another one. In this level, we're also going to get 3 upgrades. Let me up there. And they're all, like, right here, too. Heart will be right here. Okay, we're getting good, man, we're getting really good E-Tank water. So yeah, in just 2 stages, we're like really OP now. Like just those 2 stages worth of upgrades alone is like really stinking good. Okay, quick backtrack. I think I earlier said with my routing, I backtracked twice. It's actually 3 times. I don't know if I said that or not, but if I did, it's my apologies. It's 3. Because I got to backtrack here with Flame Amethyst's ability in order to get a heart. Nice. Let me check my E-Tanks. Okay, we almost got a full one. It's pretty good. It really doesn't matter, because we can mine at the mole guy. His stage, the armadillo. It's more about reducing the amount of time we need to mine up our E-Tanks. You know what I mean? Got it. Okay, we got 6 men, that's good. Okay, next we're going to be doing Mandrill. Gotta run from the E-Tank. I will say the Oder X games having 4 E-Tanks was a little bit bloated. You really don't need 4 E-Tanks. Like, even during the harder bosses, if you need 4 E-Tanks to get through a boss, then that's on you. Doesn't change the fact that I gladly use them, though. Oh, not normally, but sometimes I forget to snag this. It's really easy to get carried away and just like zoom through everything and just not grab this. Get out of here. Okay, armadillo. On a somewhat decent pace. I just ran right into that, huh? Almost locked up there. One of those two. But did we get the second one? No, it was the first one? Okay. I was about to say there's no way we got a second E-Tank already. Electric is this guy's weakness. Air armor out of here. These turtle guys actually have a weakness. It's the tornado attack. These upcoming guys have a weakness as well. This guy. Takes them out really fast. I usually just end up tanking them. These guys have a weakness too, by the way. I don't know why I'm pointing that out, but the tornado attack destroys these guys. See if my man's drops me healing. Yep. Now there are two more things we need to do before we handle Sigma. First being we actually need to backtrack all the way back to Steam Chameleon to get the last heart. And then I will be getting the Hadouken by backtracking to the Armadillo stage. We hear you there. Man, we got 7 men. We can easily do the fast strat for the Armadillo. Excuse me. Nope, we're going back for that. Give me that. Oh, it's gone. And I got hit. I guess that's what I get. Okay, we just got our second one. I can't tell if I got it or not. Alright, so what you need to do with the Hadouken is that you need to make it to the end of the stage 5 times. Very, very weird requirement, but it is an Easter egg. The Easter eggs later on started becoming a lot more, what's it called? More like an extra secret. More than an Easter egg. But in the first game, it was like 100% an Easter egg. You know what I mean? Like in the later ones, again, it's more of like a extra secret. And this one is straight up just an Easter egg, undeniably. So yeah, we just basically go up here 5 times, and you also, for it to work, you have to have the you have to have all of the upgrades for it to work. But I'm pretty sure that it counts even if you don't have all the upgrades, like how many times you've been up there. So let's say you've been up there 4 times, the 5th time should give it to you. Even if you didn't have all the upgrades on the first 4 times. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure it works that way. Because I know you have to do it 5 times. But every time I play, I only have to go up there 4 times. Because I always go up there when I first do the level. And yes, you don't have to do the entire level over. So, while I was streaming, actually, probably a year and some change ago, someone told me that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I've pretty much been doing it since, unless you're really in a need for, like, to fill up your E-tanks. It's better just to do it like this. As long as you don't get a game over. Because if you get a game over by doing it, I'm pretty sure it will erase your E-tanks. So if you're going to get a game over, or almost get a game over, by doing it this way, I don't recommend it. Don't want that to happen. Alright, I think we got all 4 E-tanks full. Alright, we now got every upgrade and the Easter egg upgrade. And we still got 5-min excess, so that's pretty good. Alright. We're not almost beating the game yet, because there is a decent amount left. A common misconception with like the Mega Man games is like after you beat the Robot Masters, you're basically at the end. Not true. In most cases, you're closer to 65% of the way through. Maybe 70. 70 is probably a little bit more accurate. Kind of the same thing. Can't really do anything about it. Stretch my leg a little bit, it's going to sleep. No, I'm getting curb stomp. That was a really sloppy vial. Almost breathed water. Blood in a SNES game, by the way. Nope. Excuse me. Definitely gonna have to use at least one E-Tank for the spider. Nice. That's really good, actually. Okay. I was kind of scared that we might have to use 2 E-tanks on the spider, but this pretty much assures I will only use... Wow! This assures me that I'll probably only need 1. Oh man. It's grief. Oh my. I'm walking up. Luckily, he's being very generous with not spawning the small dudes. Honestly, don't know why he hasn't done it yet. I don't think I've ever seen him go this long without doing it. Why is he not doing it? He finally did. And if I hit my shots a little bit better, he wouldn't have. That's very weird. He usually spawns them all the time. Not bad. I think I used to use some supercharged Sting Eagle there. Get out of here, bird brains. This boss is really cool. Oh, I usually use the meat tank there. Okay, semi-final level. It seems like a small nitpick, but one of my favorite things that X1 did, outside of the other ones, is that I never was a big fan of the boss rush at like right before the final boss of the game. Like pretty much all of them do that, almost all of them. Never really liked that. I liked how in X1 they sprinkled them throughout like the Sigma levels, so you just weren't doing a boss rush. Because the boss rush, it just gets a little bit boring. Like you make it to the end of the game, especially on like repeat playthroughs. You know, you make it to the end of the game, and now you just have to fight like all the bosses again. It's like you already know how to deal with all of them. You know what I mean? Don't really want to do it. But in this one, they sprinkle them in the levels, so it never really gets too boring. So you're fighting them in like moderation, if that makes sense, or like a little bit at a time. Like just like the first level, the first Sigma level just randomly has Boomer Quanger. You defeat Vile, and then you do Boomer Quanger, and then you do the spider boss. And then in the previous level, we got what? The penguin, the bird guy, and the bird guy, right? And then this one, I'm pretty sure you do the rest of them. But you also get a little bit of a level in between them as well. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just yapping. Yeah, make sure you heal this thing right here. This blade. Not heal it, but, you know, use that to charge it. Every time I play this game, I try to remind myself to do this here. Look at that. So worth it. Dude, I know it's like little nitpicks, but something that they removed from X1 is another one of the tiny reasons that makes X1 my favorite X game. Is that during most like cutscenes, like example the boss entrance, you can do what you saw me just doing, where you can switch your items, like your sub-weapon, during the cutscene. You can't do that in X2. They went out of their way to remove that. So when you're like entering a boss room, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this is the mammoth guy, so let me get the tornado. You can't do that in X2. You have to wait till the cutscene's over. Which wastes time. Or you're gonna have to, or if you don't want to get hit, you're gonna have to pause. You know what I mean? Alright. Little trick. This right here is made so you can mine as many healings and stuff as you want. We don't need the Hadouken, but we are going to use it. We've earned it. Hadouken! Oh, he got me. That happens to me so many times. I probably would have messed it up either way, though. Alright, we're almost or decently close to full health, and we have 4 E-tanks for the final Sigma, so we are good. See, look, during this cutscene you can swap items so you can get what you need. So convenient, dude. I don't know why they went out of their way to get rid of it, though. It makes no sense for them to do that. First one. No use in playing and not safe. He's being very aggressive with the lightning this play there. Don't think I won't. We don't even have to try. Got him. Excellent game. No pun intended. Always an excellent game. That was a decently quick playthrough too. Cause I had I had a long like starting segment of the stream. Like 5 minutes. It was like 5 minutes, and I had to go for like 5 or 6 minutes as well. So minus 10 minutes. It was around, I think around 70 minutes-ish. So it was a decently quick playthrough. Man, I love this game. It is one of those games. There's not many game series I can think of that I can just like infinitely replay without ever really getting bored of it. It would be like Pokemon, stinking Mega Man, Resident Evil, Sonic, kinda. I think I would add Sonic on that list as well. Not all of the games, but a lot of the games I can just keep going back to. Even like Sonic Forces. Like I actually have stream proof of that. I've streamed Sonic Forces quite a bit. And that's just on stream playthroughs. But yeah, there's not many series I can replay as much as this. Always a treat to come back to these games. I just realized. I think I only died once. Obviously outside of the armadillo stage, because I was doing it only so I could get it faster. Did I only die once? I think I only died once. And that was at the very beginning of the game. So if I locked in for 0.2 picoseconds, I think that would have been a deathless play there. I'm angry now. We gotta run it back. I gotta play the whole game over again to fix my mistake. Alright. Gonna call it here. Shorter stream. Well, I mean, it is a pretty short game, to be fair. But we will be back tomorrow. I kind of want to do another stream. But I'll probably be doing a longer stream tomorrow night. So we'll cut me a break and we'll call it here, right? So anyways, thank you all for joining. That was a Mega Man X, and I'll catch you in day 15 of the 4th annual DOCvember. To think that by tomorrow, we're going to be halfway through the marathon. That is insane. I know I say this every year, but time is flying, dude. This DOCvember out of all of them definitely feels like we're going through it like really fast. So now's the time to lock in and get some playthroughs done that I'm wanting to get done this month, because we're about halfway through it, which is nuts. So tomorrow, I know I keep saying it, but 99% for realsies this time. In the morning, not morning, but in around the noon time, I'm going to be doing a Resident Evil 3 remake playthrough as a stream, and then that night we will start our next first playthrough. I don't know for a fact what it's going to be yet. There's a few games that I can choose from. I might do Sonic 1. Like keep the trend of the classic games rolling for a little bit. We just did Mega Man X, so another classic from around the same time would be like Sonic 1. That would be a really good game to stream. And it'll be the first time I've ever streamed it as well. But we'll see. So anyways, thank you all again. Catch you tomorrow. Have a good one.